Coming up on this edition of Neighborhood Journal, newscasters turn their mics to the stage, fundraising for a cause.
On a daily basis, newscasters are usually asked to try and make a story sing. But here on the weekend, they are asked to sing themselves on a stage, out of their comfort zone. Should they quit their day job? We've got results.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Neighborhood Journal. I'm Tati Amara. In this episode, Yesenia de Avila takes us robot building in Brooklyn, and Crystal Rosa shakes it up under the big top at the Universe Soul Circus. But first, what do you do when a child cannot conform to the structure and social aspects of a mainstream school? Most of the time, that child is just pushed aside. But there's an organization that believes that every child deserves a childhood. Charlie Cornacchio has more.
Back in the 1800s, this building was known as the Little Red Schoolhouse, the first educational institution in the Bronx. Now, 200 years later, since Astor has taken over, it still provides education, but it also provides the residents of the Bronx a sense of hope.
We don't promise the parents that we will, that we can fix all of their children, but we promise that we'll try. We try to encourage them to become team members and work with us around their child, and we give them hope.
The Lawrence F. Hickey Center for Child Development is part of the Astor Services for Children and Families program, a program that offers mental health and education to those suffering mental issues, trauma, and stress, opening its doors to families whose children have nowhere else to turn in order to get an education.
We work with the parents, we help them with concrete services issues, helping them get Medicaid, helping them get home, in-home help.
The Hickey Center specifically deals with preschool children.
I've been wanting for a very long time, again, to bring the program down to preschoolers, which we accomplished with this building, and ultimately to work with kids through their educational cycle and get kids that honestly wouldn't function too well anywhere else.
The program has grown over the years, but this facility in the Bronx is the gem of all the locations throughout the Bronx and the Hudson Valley.
We had an administrative assistant who lived in the area, and she knew somebody in a local community development corporation, which was kind of like unfunded. They said they were interested in selling the building, so we basically got this building for a song.
And that brings us to the person who made it all possible, Lawrence F. Hickey.
Mr. Hickey kind of carried the ball to the agency board of governors. It just wouldn't have happened without his involvement.
You might have known Lawrence Hickey, a real estate developer and a volunteer for so many organizations and causes, or you may recognize one of his daughters, Magee, a newscaster in the New York market for the past 29 years.
My father and mother really blossomed in their 50s after they were through raising their 4 children and got through all the difficulty of balancing career and family. Then they had time to do what they really wanted to do. And often people then moved to Florida and play golf. And my parents just started donating their time and energy to charity work.
We just love coming here and just kind of like being with the kids. The kids would kind of run around them, and you'd see them smile. Yeah. He's just, you love the kids. He loved it. It was very easy for them to love him. They really took to him, too.
Magee and many of her Pix 11 co-workers and industry friends donated their time on a recent Saturday to perform as part of a fundraiser to benefit Astor Services, a cabaret, pulling some recognizable faces out of their comfort zone
I work hard for the money
and pushing others right into the spotlight. What kind of a musical performance background do you have?
I did some high school theater and community theater, and then I was in the Hershey Park Hoedown. I don't like to brag, but...
Tell me why you came here today.
Because Magee Hickey forced me.
I was a musical theater minor. I used to sing for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and for theme parks.
Okay.
Back in another life.
But it was all in an effort to support and celebrate what Lawrence Hickey did for the children and families at the center.
Tired of being admired, tired of then getting fired. Let's face it, I am tired. I want to be rich, famous, and powerful. Oh, will you fit
the profile that I saw on Match.com. 'Cause I'm a woman, W-O-M-A-N, I'll say it again.
Fundraisers like these and donations help the program thrive and provide new features and services like this newly installed bike trail.
It has the official name, the Gene Hickey Bike Path, but we call it the Gene Hickey Speedway.
And we had a board member basically donate the bikes that the kids have and the helmets.
The importance is the fact that we save kids' lives.
I think it's inspiring and encouraging to the families to see their kids grow, to develop to their full potential, to be in these programs and to watch how they learn new skills and see that they do have the potential to be creative, imaginative adults moving forward.
There aren't that many programs for preschool special needs children who are just on the cusp of special needs. They can probably be mainstreamed if they're given enough time and attention. So it's just a wonderful program. I love it when we go up there and see the children singing and dancing and blossom. And they have lots of success stories up there.
Over $35,000 was raised at that event. And for more information on Astor, check out astorservices.org. If I mention a weekend bed and